Today, we're going to discuss why living longer isn't enough and why Gen X needs to start planning for their health span, not just their lifespan. We'll break down what that means, why your life stage matters more than your age, and why oversaving might be costing you your best years. Let's chop. Hi, I'm Dr. Preston Cherry, founder and CEO of Concurrent Wealth, where we help you align your life and money so you can live your wealth your way. If you like what you see, hear, and feel on the show, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear what's going on in your mind and what's resonating with you. All right, let's get into it. Here's the thing. A lot of folks focused on living a long time, but they're not planning to live well during that time. That's a big distinction. Lifespan is about how long you live. Health span is how long you live well, meaning free from chronic illness, injury, or high dependency. And here's the data. The average lifespan in the U.S. is about 76 years, but the average health span, just 66. That's about a decade of your life where your quality of life can drastically drop. We hear stories like this all the time at Concurrent Wealth. Take, for example, one client's family member, and we'll call him Mark for confidence, a fellow Gen Xer who retired at 63. By 70, he was dealing with type 2 diabetes, joint issues, and out-of-pocket medical expenses that ate up a chunk of his finances. He lived into his late 80s, but the last decade was filled with finances devoted to problem care instead of preventive care, causing financial strain and physical decline. The common mistake here? Only planning for lifespan without any intentional strategy around health and wellness. What we recommend is starting now. Invest in your health span the same way you would invest in your portfolio. That means preventive care, movement, sleeping good, mental clarity, and yes, looking into the long-term insurance while your premiums are still manageable. Because the goal isn't just to live long, it's to live well with energy, dignity, and freedom. Health is wealth, y'all. Now, let's talk about how we actually build a plan that aligns with that idea. The key isn't age-based planning, it's life stage planning. And here's how that works. Gen Xers are in very different seasons, even when they're the same age. Some are full of energy, others are ready to explore. Others are in caregiving trenches, burn out. That's why age-based planning doesn't cut it anymore. What we find works better is life stage planning. It's a framework that helps you align your money with your health, vitality, and purpose, not just your birth date. Here's a structure we use. Your vital years, 40s and 50s, your most energized years, you got peak earning power and the health to enjoy life. Your healthy retirement years, your 60s and 70s, you're slowing down a bit, but still active. Think flexibility and meaning. Your support years, your 80s plus, this is where care becomes a priority, physical, emotional, and financial. An example is a couple we advised last year. They were in their early 60s and wanted to retire in stages. We used a bucket strategy to divide their assets into 3 segments. 60% for early retirement adventures like travel, hobbies, family, 30% for mid-retirement flexibility and healthcare, and 10% earmarked for long-term care and legacy goals. What people really appreciate about this approach is that it doesn't delay life. It funds life in alignment with your energy and values. A common mistake is treating retirement like one giant phase, but retirement has chapters and each one needs its own funding model. So let's talk about the elephant in the room and why folks are actually saving too much and what's costing them in the short term. We see this pattern all the time, especially among high-earning Gen Xers. They're so afraid of outliving their money that they don't allow themselves to live at all during their prime years. They skip vacations, delay hobbies, push family time down the road. And what we see is that they wake up at 60 with a strong portfolio, but miss out on memories and miss out on windows of opportunity of experiences. Take, for example, a couple making over $500,000 a year. They maxed out every account and had a 7-figure portfolio. But now, at 63, they're healthy but regretful. They didn't travel when their knees were strong. They didn't make memories when their kids were still at home. They didn't prioritize joy in their most vital years. That's the over savings trap. Only 38% of retirees report satisfaction in their first 10 years of retirement. And a big reason is because they waited too long to live. What we guide people to do instead is balance their plan across their vitality years. Your vital years, spending intentionally while your energy is high. Your healthy retirement, maintain quality of life with smart cash flow and healthcare support. And your support years, preparing for aging with long-term care, estate planning, and family protection. Use a life stage overlay to make sure your spending today is aligned with your ability, not just your projections. Because wealth isn't just about how much you have saved. It's about how well that your money helps you live. All right, that's what I got for you. If you want a deeper dive on this topic, head on over to the Concurrent Wealth website and check out the blog. We expand on this episode with tools, checklists, and real strategies you can put into action. Before I go, let me leave you with this. Don't wait to live. You don't need permission to enjoy what you've built. You just need a plan that says yes to today and protects tomorrow. Live your wealth, live your way, and I'll see you next time on Life Money Balance. Cheers.